Hi everyone! In this video, we'll learn about 4 possible outcomes of a hypothesis test and introduce 2 important concepts, type 1 error and type 2 error. Let's begin. In every hypothesis test, we make one of 2 decisions, either reject H0 or do not reject H0. At the same time, there are 2 possible realities. Either HO is true or HA is true. Combining the 2 decisions with the 2 realities gives us 4 possible outcomes. A helpful way to understand these outcomes is with a courtroom analogy. Suppose H0 states the defendant is innocent. HA states the defendant is guilty. The jury can either convict or do not convict. Case number 1. If the defendant is innocent and the jury does not convict, that is a correct decision. Case number 2. If the defendant is guilty and the jury convicts, that is also a correct decision. Now, let's look at the 2 mistakes. Case number 3. If the defendant is innocent but the jury convicts, an innocent person has been found guilty. This is an incorrect decision. This is called a type 1 error. A type 1 error means rejecting a true null hypothesis. A good memory hint is false alarm. You thought there was enough evidence against the null hypothesis, but there really wasn't. Case number 4. The defendant is guilty, but the jury does not convict. This is an incorrect decision. This is called a type 2 error. A type 2 error means not rejecting a false null hypothesis. A good memory hint is misdetection. There really was evidence against the null hypothesis, but you failed to detect it. Now, let's organize everything in one table. Across the top, our decisions are do not reject HO and reject HO. Down the side is the true reality. Either H0 is true or HA is true. If H0 is true and we do not reject H0, that is a correct decision. If H0 is true and we reject H0, that is a type 1 error. If HA is true and we do not reject H0, that is a type 2 error. If HA is true and we reject H0, that is another correct decision. This table is the key to this entire section. You will use it to identify outcomes in every example. Before we continue, remember these 2 definitions. Type 1 error is when rejecting a true null hypothesis. Think false alarm. Type 2 error is when not rejecting a false null hypothesis. Think missed detection. Students often mix these up, so don't try to memorize the names by themselves. Instead, think about the decision and what is actually true. Finally, you see 2 Greek letters throughout this chapter. The probability of making a type 1 error is denoted by alpha. The probability of making a type 2 error is denoted by beta. For now, just remember what these symbols represent. We'll talk more about them later in the chapter.